Not
the
sue,
muscles.
but claim the money back. All right. So what do we got? We got. All right. We'll go around this way. So here we go. So yeah, now you just got to donate $3 to the muscles, and you get this stream now and a demuscle stream later. Well, not stream, but video. That seems pretty fair. Does it sound like a deal, Max?
I wait. Does it take PayPal?
Yeah. No. I think it's only direct card.
Fuck's sake! You're making this really hard.
It's easier than fucking getting my bank account details.
Not really.
So our first card today is a Scavenging Hyena, which is a hunter card, which you can tell by the green water. And it's 2 mana for a 2/2 creature, which reads, whenever a friendly beast dies, it gains +2/+1. That is +2 attack and 1 health. It's a fairly alright card. It's fallen out of favor a lot recently with the hunter nerfs, but it still seems some play. I don't think I've ever really noticed it at higher levels, but definitely in the lower levels of play. Not that I'm an expert, but there you go. Spellbreaker, which is a to put it in Max's word, a really good arena card. Which could find a home in your deck if you have no cards.
If you have
and are a
Down
scrub.
syndrome.
No, that's just harsh. You know, some people just don't have cards yet. Not everyone cracked
Or
a
have
fucking
Down
Doctor Boot
syndrome.
like me. So its battle cry is Silence a Minion, and it is 4 for a 4/3. Why this card isn't good? Because it's 4 for a 4/3. That's shit. Think of the things that can kill at 3. Fucking the lightning strike. No, lightning bolt. Fucking hell. Because lightning bolt is the magic card that does 3 damage. I'm always like, oh, it's not lightning bolt, but it is lightning bolt. Of course it is. Like at least when you're playing the owl guy, he's 2 for a 2/1, which sounds pretty hypocritical of me when I'm saying that this one less is worse than the other one less. But at 4 mana, you just expect more bang for your buck. Yeah, that's what I think. If you was 4 for a 4/4 or 4 for a 4/5, you'd be good. But as it stands, he's just not great. Mad Bomber, an excellent little card. Little crazy goblin. He's got a battle cry. Deal 3 damage randomly split between all other characters. This means he could potentially hit you in your own face 3 times. He could hit all of your opponent's 1/1s and clear their board and be the hero of the day, or he could hit your opponent in the face twice or you in the face once. Any combination of anything on the field, which is it's fun. I wouldn't play it and try and climb the ladder, but it's fun. If you see it in an arena, pick it up. You'll have a blast. Deductis. But the important thing about Mad Bomber is he's 2 for a 3/2 with an ability. So that's really good. That's really, really good. 2 for a 3/2. That's acceleration with an ability. Potentially dealing 3 damage to you, making him a really, really shitty the Imp card. The 3/2 deals 3 damage to you. 3
Flame
damage
Imp.
to you. Flame Imp, that's him. Potentially, he could be a really shitty Flame Imp. Or he could read 2 for a 3/2, deal 3 damage to your opponent. That's like super badass mini fucking Flame Elemental, which would be really rad. Or Fire Elemental, not Flame Elemental. Next up, we have Lightning Bolt. Speak of the devil. Lightning Bolt is, of course, 1 mana for deal 3 damage with the Shaman ability, Overload, for 1, meaning that on your next turn, you will be locked out of one of your mana crystals, so you don't have access to it, giving you effectively 1 mana later. So the Overload cards are interesting as they allow you to have what would usually be a more powerful effect earlier, with the drawback of you pay for that mana later. So if you think about dealing 3 damage, the only things that really do that are the only other things would be, say, Crackle or the Shaman card, Rockbiter Weapon, of course. But they have the disadvantage of needing something there. So When you compare them to these things, which cost either 2 mana or having a minion or your face to smash something with and potentially taking damage, 3 damage is quite powerful and definitely worthy of 2 mana. But of course, you have to be careful. Lightning Bolt is, of course, a card in Magic the Gathering with almost the same effect, but without an overload. So, well done, Hearthstone. Blizzard for originality, A+. And last, our rare is Sunwalker.
Oh my god! Oh! Are you not recording? Are you recording, Trickshot?
A great card in Arena. He's 6 for a 4/5, which is already you can see pretty bad. But he has Taunt and Divine Shield, which is where the strength is, because 4 is big enough that it will kill most things that they'll throw at you. Divine Shield, of course, is the first time it takes damage. You negate that damage, but it loses the shield, which is fairly strong. And Taunt is, of course, you cannot attack any minion without Taunt, any character without Taunt, before destroying the character with Taunt, or while there is a character with Taunt on the field. However you want to put it. It's fine. It's not great. Sledge Belcher is probably, I would like to say, is better because they can't. I don't know. I like Sledge Belcher better. 5 for a 3/5 is much nicer than 6 for a 4/5. That's about it. Curves out better. On to our second pack. Gonna crack it open. This is our rare. And 4 commons, so we'll start here. Ironbeak Owl. The better Spellbreaker. Ironbeak Owl is a card that is fantastic in Arena, and therefore viable in constructed play. Ironbeak Owl is 2 for a 2/1 with Battlecry, Silence a Minion. He's, of course, very strong in zoo decks or aggro-based man decks, which can play him to get through those nasty taunts or shut down an early threat. Fantastic card. Definitely sees high-level and low-level play. Next we have Circle of Healing, which is a dirty, dirty priest card. You can tell by the white border. Circle of Healing is 0 mana for restore 4 health to all minions. So, of course, 0 for restore 4 health is broken as shit, but it has the disadvantage of healing your enemies. But, of course, you don't use it when you have damaged enemies, so it just goes back to being broken as shit. Well done, Priest. Luckily, Priest has no good cards. Otherwise, you know, it would be a shame that it has so many broken ones. There's, of course, the ever-impressive combo of Injured Blade Master and Circle of Healing.
Oh, Acolyte Circle.
Or that one.
Wait, is
Circle
that
of Healing one's more fun. Of course, the better one is
the damaging one?
the better one is, of course, the Shaman one, where you play a what's it called? Injured Blade Master, and then give it the Shaman card, which costs you 0 mana as well, and it restores to full health and gives Taunt. So that one's probably better than Circle of Healing, and it's in Shaman, the best class, so obviously better. The next card is Lightspawn, another priest card, so bordered in white. It is a minion that is 4 for a 0/5. Whoa there, did you just say 4 for a 0/5? That's crazy. Except, of course, that Lightspawn reads, this minion's attack is always equal to its health. So,
Silenced.
4 for an 0/5 would be bad, except that it's essentially 4 for a 5/5, which is good, except that its 5 attack is only coming off its ability. So, of course, as Max said, it could be silenced, which would give you 4 for an 0/5 again, at the expense of one of your opponent's cards, of course, but Priest has all manner of nasty spells to pump up their light spawns. It was a very popular deck back in the early seasons.
Beta.
Maybe in beta. I wasn't part of the beta, so I don't know. but definitely in the early seasons.
Back when they played the cards like physically.
You mean after the game was released and multiple changes had happened in games, so the cards are horribly out of date? And also it takes you 2 hours to set up the board?
Back in beta.
Oh, look at that. We only got 3 common cards in this pack. That's weird. And our rare is, of course, a Ravenhold Assassin.
Wombo combo. That ain't Falco. That ain't Falco. Oh!
7 for a 7/5, which is okay. But it has stealth, which is it cannot be attacked or targeted in any way until it first attacks. Is it just with can't be attacked or targeted? Yeah. So it's completely invisible, shall we say, until it attacks, which is fairly strong. I mean, 7 for a... If you had a spell, if you think about, if we compare it to Pyroboss, perhaps, which is 10 for deal 10 damage. If this is 7 for deal 7 damage, that's pretty good. And, like, the only things that are going to get rid of this are, say, Twisting Nether is going to get rid of it. But, most of the time, your mass removal is not going to deal 5 damage. That being said, taunts can block it. I would not play this card in construct format. It's a fun card. Stealth is one of my more favored mechanics. It's very fun, but not very viable. And there you have it. That was our opening.